It can be easy to think that North Carolina is a state run by people from Raleigh or Charlotte, but the influence of folks from right here in the Triad is very real.
Yeah, some of the obvious examples are former Senators Richard Burr from Winston-Salem, Kay Hagan from Greensboro, and former Governor Pat McCrory from Jamestown. And there's another person from Jamestown who's having a more behind-the-scenes but just as important an impact. And you get to meet him in tonight's Buckley Report.
Good evening to y'all. What a special night.
On a cool December night,
I know you're ready for me to administer an oath.
Paul Newby has returned to his roots.
Solemnly swear or affirm that you will support the Constitution of the United States.
As Chief Justice of North Carolina's Supreme Court, he's back in his hometown of Jamestown to swear in the city council and reflect on what this place means to him. How did growing up here in Jamestown and going to Ragsdale inform your life?
Boy, in so many ways. I took my first oath here in Jamestown. I was a Cub Scout. Just all the values that we learned as a scout. You know, on my honor, I'll do my best to do my duty to God and country. These are timeless values, and I learned them here in Jamestown.
Mostly.
Parks, this is our first time back here.
Growing up with his older brother Parks in this house that, until earlier this year, stood right here next to the dam that created High Point City Lake. The Newbys moved in
1958. I was 3, you were 6.
When did you know you wanted to be a lawyer?
I would say that my parents recognized at an early age that I tended to argue. They certainly thought that that was a skill I might have.
You could even litigate maybe whether you were going to eat certain things for dinner or whether you're going to play or do your homework?
Something about curfews, I think, and play versus, homework.
He did his homework, graduated from Ragsdale High School in 1973, went to Duke and then UNC for law school, and worked in the private sector before running for the state Supreme Court in 2004, becoming Chief Justice in 2021. As Chief Justice, you're as much of a CEO as you are a justice.
Yeah.
I mean, that means, among other things, you have to innovate, correct?
I hope so. Absolutely. I have the privilege of supervising about 7,000 employees, of whom more than 300 are constitutional officers.
Newby became the first Chief Justice to visit those employees in all 100 counties over this past year to thank them for their work during the pandemic and to check in on innovations that they're implementing, like substance abuse treatment courts and electronic records. That's on top of the 80 or so cases the Supreme Court hears every year. U.S. Supreme Court Justice John Roberts talks often about maintaining collegiality within his court. Do you have that issue, and is that something that's on your mind?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
How do you keep the collegiality among the justices? Because it can get contentious.
It can be. You hope to keep that to the cases. We're going to disagree on what the law may require under certain circumstances. But I believe that you treat everybody with dignity and respect. I believe that if you treat others the way you want to be treated, that goes a long way.
It can take you all the way from tiny Jamestown to the highest court in the state.
I'm a nobody from Jamestown, North Carolina, and yet, by God's grace, I get to be the leader of the judicial branch. Wow, I never thought I'd have that opportunity.
I asked Justice Newby about several recent decisions that overturned ones made under courts that had Democratic majorities and how, to many people, overturning those decisions looked political. Justice Newby said that the politics had been in the initial decisions, then claimed that the current Republican majority had, in his view, returned to the law when they overturned them.